Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Lucia and Glenn. Of course, my other half is MIA, so it looks like I'm just doing the interview alone this time, which is quite okay by me. Every week we bring on people from around the world. Right now we're doing the music industry, and God only knows what's going to come up next. But it was really nice and refreshing to get a little email from today's guest, one Katherine Aly from the UK. Hello on the other side of the pond, my friend.
Hello, hello. So nice to talk to you.
Nice to
Um,
talk to you.
yes.
So
Um,
tell us a little bit about you. I understand you're a musician. I also saw some interesting art. I want to know what makes Katherine Aly tick.
actually, you said from the UK. Actually, I'm based in the UK, but I'm originally from Greece.
Mm,
So, yeah.
I love Greece.
Have you been?
I have been to Santorini. I've been to Mykonos. And I
Wow.
think I've been somewhere else. My other half is normally sitting on an interview, and he always corrects me when I'm wrong. We went to Athens, that's right.
Nice. It's a lovely place that I haven't visited in 4 years, believe it or not. Anyway, it's I've been quite busy in Scotland, so yeah. I moved to Amsterdam before moving to Scotland to just get my degrees in art and culture, and that's why you see a lot of art on my website because I like doing some sort of blogging, art blogging. Uh, this has nothing to do with my song. Well, a little bit, because I always get inspired by other people's art. So I like going to exhibit. Well, before the pandemic, go to exhibitions and like theater shows. I don't know, read literature or anything, and just write my thoughts on it and how I perceive them as an artist and as a I don't know someone who studied art a little bit and and then obviously I've been doing music since forever. So and then I've eventually moved to the UK to just do that properly. Like I've been doing it for a few years now.
Very
So yeah, that's the journey. Long story short.
so. So you said pre-pandemic you were doing art and you were doing music. Were you doing that a lot? Were you always constantly on the road, nonstop?
Yes, because that's what I like to do. I'm never bored. Like I know, I just love doing things. You know, going out, like meeting people, talking to artists. Because sometimes you can find them on my website. Sometimes I interview artists. Like it's funny because like it's weird because I'm also an artist, but a musical artist. So it's a different type of artist, but I'm still able to understand terminology because of the art degree I did. And I always find it very inspiring to hear what inspires other people. So I would just like go to. Have never left Europe. I'm embarrassed to say,
I love
like I've
Europe.
never been like to anywhere else. But I like traveling around Europe,
I
and
love Europe. I have roots in Europe. I absolutely love Europe. Everything there is about Europe, I'm all for it.
yeah, I know it's wonderful. It's very diverse. So you can just do many things and just visit different places and like see different types of art and stuff like that. And then yeah, so that's what I've been doing for a while
Awesome.
doing my music.
That's awesome. Now, do you play? Do you just sing?
Yeah, so I sing and I write my own music.
Mm,
I started doing more kind of well, my first single was more like neoclassical with like a
mm.
lot of piano elements and stuff like that. But then I moved on to more like electronic sounds because I love electronic music in general, and then I thought, you know, I can just experiment and just do whatever I want. So even when it comes to my own vocals, I can just go from very soft and stuff like that to like really powerful and like yeah, like yeah, I just because that's why I say I'm like I identify as a genre agnostic. Like whatever I like, I'll just
Yeah,
play. You know, I don't want to
exactly.
be yeah. So yeah.
Exactly. So now pandemic hits March of 20. What happens then? Did everything just stop? Did you
Well, actually, no. Me and my team were just trying to find things of like doing what we had planned to do, but in a different way. So in 2020, I released 3 songs, and all of them had like obviously a campaign around them and stuff like that. And the first one was in April 2020, and that's when it has just started. So I was just about to release more music, and I was really lucky because just before lockdown, I had just shot a live video with my band performing the new song. So I had to put all the signs, and all the posts saying that was before the lockdown, stay safe and stuff like that. And basically, yeah. And then I released another song, God Breed, in July. And that was more about I just tried to encourage people to just stay in touch with their creative self, and that now is the time to just discover what we can do creatively and stuff like that. Just not to give up, essentially. And then in October I released another song, which is part of the bigger release I'm preparing for this year.
That's exciting. So pandemic has been very good to you because you're getting busier and busier.
Well, in a way, yes. Well, unfortunately, we can't do any live shows, so it's tricky because you need to find ways to connect with people somewhere, like just on social media. And it's been so nice to see people engaging with the music, but it's not the same like having people, at your shows, just actively. So, but I mean, I shouldn't complain. It's been fine, and I just can't get out there again and just do some shows, but I'm not sure when that's gonna be able to happen.
Exactly, because like you, as you mentioned earlier, you like to travel. My husband and I, before we got married, we traveled to 25 different countries. We've been all over, and Greece is a place that we have frequented more than once. I think we were there maybe twice, maybe 3 times if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. He'll correct me in the background if I'm wrong. And come the pandemic, we just went hiking up on a ski trail in May, bought a house in the middle of the pandemic, and then that's when we got married. And
wow,
this is not the first time that we've been sitting in the middle of a snowstorm, snowed in.
You bought a house and got married last year.
Got married all during the pandemic.
Jesus Christ, you legends! Seriously.
At an outdoor wedding, about 100 people. Nobody got sick, and it was
nice.
It was good. Thank goodness. That was my biggest fear. But then, of course, pandemic, still in effect. We got sick in November. We were sick for 20 days with it, and it was like the worst 2 weeks ever.
Did you get COVID?
We did. We both had it, and it was
my goodness.
bad. It was bad. I think it was worse for him than it was for me.
Goodness.
But equally the same. I was just happy when we both got better, and we've been avoiding everyone since.
Well, did you say November?
November.
Gosh, it's been a while, but you said that's because you never now know how it's gonna hit you. That's the problem. Right. You just don't know, because I've had people that I care about that they've had it and were really genuinely worried about them, but other people that are like, yeah, it's just like a cold, and they're really chill. And it's really not like that. I know.
No, not at all. No, it was pretty bad, but I'm just glad that we didn't have issues like other people that we've been around who've have had it a lot worse than we have. So what do you see? What's going to happen now? Like, are you going to keep going the way that you're going? Are you going to slow down because of the pandemic? Like, what's the future hold for Katherine?
Well, the future, I don't know. It kind of feels like it's a little bit, I want to say my team and I have some plans. I have booked shows and I have more songs to release, but it feels quite like we just don't know exactly how and when I should even announce these things, if you know what I mean.
Right,
because
exactly.
It feels a little bit like, okay, and then plans change again. Hello.
I knew he'd jump in.
Can I just say that I love your TikToks are absolutely amazing. I love watching you. Your TikToks are absolutely brilliant. I love them. I really like them.
He's looking at your running.
Sorry, what?
On your website, the picture from Rhinus Van Hall. He wanted to know if that was a self-portrait done.
Yes, he's so good and he's doing amazingly. He was exhibited in one of the biggest museums in Amsterdam. He's doing so well.
Amsterdam, Glenn.
They're doing, it's nice to see artists, all types of artists, just not giving up and like continuing with their art, whatever that is, during the pandemic. And yeah, I mean, I've tried my best. And as I said, I've worked on new songs and stuff like that, and they're ready to go. We just need to see what the best way is to just, you know, release them in a way that will reach as many people as possible, because the pandemic is still going on.
He's from Greece.
Oh, you're really Greek?
I am really Greek.
Oh, wow. Very careful. I like Greek girls too, Lucia.
He's so silly.
No. Yes, some of our best vacations were in Greece, and we were there twice. Once we were taking ferries from one island to another, and then the other time we were there on a cruise ship, and it was like wham bam, thank you, ma'am. But I had my whole family with us.
Well,
And that was a lot of fun.
and you went to Santorini, didn't you? I've never been to Santorini. I'd love to go, but I haven't been able to visit home properly in nearly 4 years, which is embarrassing. But things are quite busy over here, so it's okay.
Well, our day there with the family, there was 8 of us all together. The cruise ship ferried us into the old port, where we got a boat to take us out to the famous sunset place. But it was the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
They took us out there, and then we got to see the Blue Dome churches. Then we took a taxi to the other side of the island, where we got to see the Black Beach. And
Yes.
and
the best gyros exist on the Black Beach.
The souvlaki with the French fries and the boardwalk, and then we had to wait for a public bus, and we were biting our nails to see if we'd be able to get back to the cruise ship in time.
And we went running.
And we were running. We finally got on the bus. It took us back. We were there about a half an hour late, but there was crew in line with us too, so we knew we were safe. So that's my little story about Santorini.
It's like and I have a lot of Greek friends that live in the UK. There's one thing that they're really not good at, and that's dealing with time properly.
That's right.
All of them are watching. I love you all. I'm live on Instagram, by the way. Yeah,
so where in the UK are you based?
I'm in Scotland, in Edinburgh.
Oh.
We have not been to Scotland yet. That is high on our list, I think.
It is. Mm-hmm.
It's lovely. You should. And there is a very vibrant music scene as well, especially in Glasgow, in Edinburgh as well. But Glasgow is just like, you just don't know where to go first. It's absolutely.
He has all these places where he wants to visit, and they're all on his list. So my choice can be down here, and his are up here. And it's like, we'll get to yours eventually.
We go everywhere. We do everything. And sometimes it's the stupidest reason in the world that takes us on the best adventure. But a whole year and a month now, not having been on a plane is killing us. We do have our matching shirts. Our signature matching shirts.
I know we can wait as well, and obviously with Brexit and stuff like that, we're trying to figure out how it's going to happen with touring and things like that. It was a good thing for me particularly, which doesn't mean anything, because obviously I like my bandmates, like half of them are British, but I'm Europe. I have a European passport, but I live in the UK and I have a settlement here, so I can just move easily. But it's not the same. Like the vast majority is just trying to figure out how we can make this work with, with touring and stuff like that. And we just need to, I don't know, hope for the best. Sign the petition. Our petition says the government, you need to give us some sort of cultural visa or something like that, so we can just play a lot easier and move around Europe. But God knows if that's going to happen. Right now, we don't know, to be honest.
Right.
Well, let's hope the whole world gets vaccinated soon and pandemic becomes a thing of the past.
Yes.
The new normal will still be different. We know this. But the other thing is, I hope that the snow stops here. So
God.
we're limited 2 inches while I'm talking to you.
It's been snow as well. It's not as bad as you guys over there.
We moved up here in June. This is the 3rd snowfall that we've had.
Major snowfall.
The first one was bad. The second one wasn't so bad. This is the worst.
Gosh.
And they're calling for more snow after this.
Doesn't matter.
But nothing stops him. If we had to really like get in the car and go somewhere, I just let him drive and I don't look at the road.
Well, do you have anything else for our guests?
No, I don't. What
a
about
wonderful
you?
interview. We really had
Yeah.
you today.
Yeah, it was so nice to see you. Like, I love your content, and your podcast is really amazing. And your TikTok, I love your TikTok. I love TikTok in general. It's the new thing that I absolutely adore.
The little history behind our TikTok was it started off as a joke. My niece said, "I dare you to get on TikTok," and I said, "Wait a minute." I says, "You're 18, I'm 46. Are you challenging the master of crazy to get on TikTok?" And sure enough, we did. And right now, what we're doing is we're going through our matching shirts. We're at day 39, and we're not even halfway through the closet yet. And what's sitting in reserve?
We have 100 sets of matching.
Yeah, so that's what we're working on. Is we're working on the matching shirts, and then I'm learning more about TikTok, how to do all the funny effects and stuff. I'm getting there, but that's
Nice.
our signature thing for now.
Well, it was so nice to speak to you.
You too.
We're going to make a copy of the interview and we're going to send it to you.
Yeah,
too.
definitely.
Sorry, what did you say?
Well, say it again there, dear. I talked over.
We're going to make a copy of the video. We're going to send it to you.
Awesome. Great.
Mhm.
Awesome. I can wait. Thank you so much, guys. Lovely
Thank you,
speaking.
Catherine. Be well and keep in
care.
touch with us.
Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay safe.